Namaste and welcome back to Ramakathasudha. As Rama's journey takes him to the monkey kingdom of Kishkinda, we encounter one of the most morally debated episodes of the epic, the conflict between the brothers Bali and Sugriva, and Rama's intervention. On the surface, it is a story of a family feud, of misunderstanding, betrayal, and a controversial killing. But the Adhyatma Ramayanam lifts this entire episode from the realm of family politics into the realm of spiritual psychology. It presents Bali and Sugriva not just as brothers, but as two powerful archetypes representing the two possible states of the human soul. The soul bound by ego and the soul liberated through surrender. Let us first look at Bali. He is the very picture of worldly success. He is immensely powerful, courageous, and has a divine boon that gives him half the strength of any opponent he faces. He is the undisputed king. But in this spiritual allegory, Bali represents the powerful, self-reliant jiva, the soul that is completely bound by its ego. His very strength becomes his greatest weakness. His power makes him arrogant. His success makes him believe he is the sole author of his own destiny. When his wise wife Tara warns him that Sugriva is now allied with the divine Rama, Bali scoffs at her. He says, "Who is this Rama? I am Bali." He is so blinded by his own prowess that he cannot recognize God standing at his doorstep. This is the tragic fate of the ego-bound soul. Its worldly strengths, its intelligence, wealth, or power become spiritual impediments, creating a wall of pride that separates it from divine grace. Now let's turn to Sugriva. What is his defining characteristic? Fear. He lives in constant terror, hiding on Rishyamoga mountain, having lost his kingdom, his wife, and all hope. He is the picture of helplessness. And yet, in this allegory, Sugriva represents the suffering jiva whose very weakness becomes its greatest strength. It is his desperation, his complete lack of self-reliance that becomes his fertile ground for surrender. He knows he cannot defeat Bali on his own. His fear drives him to seek a higher power. His journey towards Rama is the journey of the soul that has hit rock bottom and finally looks up. His helplessness is the catalyst for his Sharanagati, complete and total surrender. He doesn't have the arrogance of Bali. All he has is a desperate plea for help. The meeting between Rama and Sugriva, sealed before a sacred fire, is not just a political alliance. It is a spiritual contract. Sugriva offers Rama his entire being, his life and his service, and Rama, the Supreme Lord, offers him what he offers every surrendered soul: Abhayam, freedom from fear, and liberation. In this beautiful allegory, the kingdom of Kishkinda itself can be seen as a metaphor for our own body and life. For most of us, our life is ruled by Bali, the powerful self-sufficient ego that thinks it's in charge. It enjoys the fruits of power but lives in constant conflict. Sugriva's journey is the story of how the suffering soul, with the help of the divine Rama, can overthrow the tyranny of the ego, that is Bali, and become the rightful ruler of its own life. A ruler who governs not with pride but in service to God. The final moments of Bali are crucial. As he lies dying, struck by Rama's arrow, his ego finally shatters. He looks at Rama, and for the first time, he sees not a rival but God himself. In that final moment, his arrogance dissolves and he too surrenders, entrusting his son Angada and his wife Tara to Rama's care. His death is not a punishment but a forceful liberation. It is the death of the ego which allows the soul to finally see the truth. Even for the ego-bound soul, the final encounter with the divine is an act of ultimate grace. The story of Bali and Sugriva is a mirror held up to our own inner world. It asks us, who's ruling your Kishkinda today? Is it the proud, self-reliant Bali heading for a fall? Or is it the humble Sugriva who understands that true strength is found not in self-reliance but in God-reliance? The choice the story tells us is ours to make. True victory is not winning worldly battles, but in surrendering the very desire to fight them alone. Thank you for joining me. If this allegorical interpretation has clarified your path, please like, share and subscribe to Ramakathasudha. Jai Shri Ram, Loka Samasta Sugino Bhavantu.